Oh, this is awesome. How are you doing?
I am doing great.
So
Bobby, I got to tell you, I've never been interviewed by a bear before.
that's what everybody says, and then they want to come back on the show. But you have a partner too, right? You wrote a book with a partner.
I did. My partner is David Dye. He's also my partner in life. He's also my husband.
Oh, there you go. And he's afraid to talk to the bear. And you want to know something? Let me tell you something. The women are not afraid to talk to the bear, and the men are afraid to talk to the bear.
Why
What do
do
you
you
think
think
that?
that is?
I'll tell you. I think it's a psychological thing, right? And I'll tell you. I came up with a theory, and the theory is this: most women, either still have their bear from childhood, or a stuffed animal, or they have their kid's stuffed animal, right? So they,
Oh, hold on.
yeah,
I got to
yeah,
show
right.
you.
Okay.
So this is my little bear.
See, see, that's right, right. So you have that, right? So you're comfortable, and you realize, hey, these stuffed animals are real. Some can talk, some can't. Bobby happens to be able to talk. The guys,
Mine will talk back to me if I tell it to say, "Oh, Karin, you're awesome," and then he'll say, "Karin, you're awesome."
that's right. With the guys, what happens? Their little teddy bears were taken away when they were
Oh,
right because they have to become a man at a certain point, and so they always ask questions and overthink it. But it's okay. It's fine. He can talk to me the next time. We can make fun of him. So you guys grow leaders. Now, I have a question. How far do we have to bury the leaders in the ground before they grow? And what do they grow? Do they grow into vegetables? Do they grow into fruit? Do they grow into flowers? And how often do we got to water them? How do we do it?
oh, definitely have to water them every single day. That's for sure. Growing leaders is a process, right? Where you really, really need to invest and understand them as human beings and work with them to help them reach their full potential.
Oh, so we're not putting them in the ground.
Not usually, no. I
Oh,
haven't tried that. I
that
don't.
could be fun. that could be. We can put the bad leaders in the ground, right?
There's been a few of them. Might have
Here's
been
your,
better
here's your,
served.
here's your retirement program. Uh, you make a nice bed of roses. So, talk a little bit about the book. You guys have a good book, and you guys talk. Talk about that. Tell me about it.
Yeah, so our book is called Winning Well,
Nice.
A Manager's Guide to Getting Results Without Losing Your Soul. And where I
You
was
used to work for Verizon, right?
I did. I worked for Verizon for 20 years.
I still have a credit that they didn't give me yet. Could you get that
Uh-oh,
credit for me?
people always,
That's what everybody says to you, right? I still have a credit though. So that's a hard job. That's not easy.
yeah. So the first decade was human resources and leadership development, that kind of stuff. But the second decade was all field assignments. So led a 2,200 person sales team, 10,000
Oh my
person
God.
customer service outsourcing. So the book is all based on real life, right?
That's
We
great.
know that these are practical tools that actually work because we've been there.
That's very cool. And was David working there too?
No, David. This is a bit of an interesting story. So David was an executive also, and he had 20 years of experience. A
Uh-huh.
lot of work. He was elected official too. So worked with CEO of a nonprofit. But we
Nice.
were both blogging in the leadership space, and
Oh,
he was living in
I
Colorado.
I see the story happening. Okay, so you were blogging. Okay,
Yeah,
and
and so he read something that I had written on HR.com,
uh-huh.
and he thought he had written it because it was so closely aligned.
Whoa,
And he
nice,
called.
nice.
So anyway, to make a long story short, we met for the first time face to face after a few phone conversations at a book publishing lab. Realized we were writing the same book. Decided to write the book together instead of to compete because we
Nice,
really
nice.
believed in the same
Smart.
things.
Smart for him. Smart for him, by the way. Smart for him.
And then after writing this book all the way with him all the way across the country,
Right?
once the book was published, we realized we had fallen in love.
Aw.
Uh,
I'm gonna hold on. I'm gonna cry. Let me get it. I wish I had a tissue. Okay, go ahead. This is sounding. I didn't know HR.com was Tinder, but this is okay. Okay, here we go.
right? We say we met online, but not that kind of online. Yeah.
Yeah. And so he fell in love and he proposed.
Yeah. And so then he moved here and we merged our businesses together and our lives together.
Very
And
nice.
yeah.
Very cool. And so he understands that in the relationship you're the leader.
I
right?
think he does.
Has he got that down? Okay, good. Because if not, after he watches the video, he'll understand that. Okay, because I can have a chat with him if he doesn't understand that part. Okay, so this is a great story. So okay, and so you guys speak, and you also have a kids book.
We do. This is, there's no bears in there, but there are fairies. I think
You're
you
a
would
little,
really
are you
like
bear
it.
prejudiced? Are you bear biased? A lot of people are bear biased.
Well, you know what? Maybe for the next one, for sure.
What does it
But
got in?
this is a children's book, but it's leadership based. So it's all about courage, influence, and hope. And how do you have a more deeper understanding and get to really listen to other people and work with people who may have different viewpoints than you. So we think we need more of that these days.
Yeah, well, the kids are smarter than the adults for sure. Anyway, so what are the characters? If they're not bears, what do you got there? You got
Well, one is a new one, which is a tree person.
Oh,
So that's Sylvie. She's on the front there.
okay,
Sylvia.
okay.
Okay, and then we also that you will like this one, I think, Bobby. This is a no buck. A no buck is there.
Oh, I like no bucks.
And they breathe fire and they eat rocks.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah,
that's a good combo.
Pretty fun. Yeah.
Which book was more fun? Which one was more fun to write? Which one was more? A gnome? Let me see the gnome.
Okay.
I love gnomes. Ah, cute little gnome. So which book was more fun to write, the kids' book or the adult book?
The kids' book was really fun, but I'll tell you why, because we wrote it as a family. So we have a 13-year-old
Nice.
son, Sebastian. And so we were hiking one day and we realized that we were having this is Sebastian. He's gotten a lot of press for the book, but we were hiking one day and we realized we were all having these same experiences of trying to talk to people who had really different viewpoints and our friends were not listening to one another.
Makes sense.
And we were having a philosophical discussion about that. And Sebastian has an enormous imagination. David really loves to do fiction writing in addition to the nonfiction writing that we do. Nice. And so they started conjuring up this story. And it was interesting then Sebastian did a lot of concept sketches of what the character could look like from his imagination. And then we hired an illustrator to pull it all together. So.
That's very cool. I'm working on my book.
Oh, what's that?
My book is called Social Media Doesn't Have to Suck. 7 steps to making honey on social media. Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah. They started pre-ordering it the other day. It's good. It's nice. But I had to hire, what do they call them? Ghostwriters. But I got to interview because my paws, I can't type.
Yeah, I could see that. So what's your best piece of advice? What's your one tip that's gold?
My tip is to remember that there are always people out there that know more than you do.
That's good.
And you got to talk to them. And that's the key. Like right now, you know more than me, so I'm talking to you, and I learned some stuff from you, and then maybe you learn something from me, and that's how it all happens.
But you think, the thing is, Bobby, that's really a very important leadership principle as well, too, right? To stay humble and to be very, very curious about the insights of the people on your team and what they're bringing to the table.
I think that's right. I think a lot of people make the mistake of actually saying what's going on in their head when they should just go, that's not a bad thing. I shouldn't say that. If I say a bad thing, you have a diaper thing, right, that you do with the leaders. You make them put a diaper on? Is that what you do?
Well, see, have you ever seen this, Bobby?
No.
You know what this is?
It's something to do with poopy.
It's a diaper genie. And so you take a stinky diaper and you put it in the genie and you give it a twist and the plastic wraps around it so tight that the poop doesn't stink.
Yeah.
Except it does, right? It doesn't really go away. And we believe that diaper genies are a great invention for parents and babies, but they're not so good in organizations.
Oh, right? Yeah. Because the crap rolls uphill and downhill.
Right. Yeah, if you ever have to give someone bad news, you might be tempted to put it in the genie, and by the time you wrap it up in all that self-protecting layers, they can't really smell the real problem.
Yeah, they think it's sugar, and it's not.
Yeah, right. If you can't smell it, you can't solve it.
Yeah.
So that's what we work with when we work with managers. We talk about how do you have these candid conversations that really need to happen in a way that balances results and relationships, and moves that all of that forward.
And what do you think the number one mistake is people make?
Not having the conversations.
Yeah.
Avoiding them completely.
Yeah, they just think it'll go away, right?
Yep. Yeah, and then the other is not really, one of the very best ways if you actually want to avoid the tough conversation is to make sure that you're having very clear expectations.
Yeah, because
good. That's part of it. Most conflict comes from expectation violations.
That's right, because most people, what ends up happening is if they focus on taking care of the relationships, they miss the numbers.
Right, and that's what we call a pleaser manager, someone who's so focused on the relationships at the expense of results, and everybody likes them. They'd love to have them over for dinner, but they don't want to work on their team because the team's not succeeding.
And they also throw them under the bus during reviews, which is really funny. Oh, he's too nice. She's too nice. And then they got the other people, they just focus on the numbers. They just all about money.
And that's what we call a user manager, someone who's very focused on results at the expense of relationships.
I call them a loser manager. But you're nicer than me, so that's very good. Ah, crap, I got to go. This was fantastic. Thank you so much.
Oh gosh, what's happening?